Hello everybody, welcome back to another Draft Master 2 Career Mode video. As we take a look at the playoff standings after Darlington. Justin Haley is one win. He's obviously moving on to the round of 12. We are in 6th. We're 27 points above the cutoff line, which is Sauce and Cinder right now, as you guys can see. Austin Cindric, Riley Herbst, SVG, and Chris Buescher are all below the line right now. So we head into Worldwide Technology this weekend. So as we get ready to race from Worldwide Technology this weekend, we need to hold on to our 27-point lead, which is obviously, like I mentioned, above, what was that, Riley Herbst, I believe? Or it was above the line. 27 points to give. We finished 10th last time out, which was really good. Justin Haley, like I mentioned, has already win. He can relax these next 2 weeks. We got a Madison, 20 laps. Here we go. We start in 30th. Chris Buescher, who finished 40th last weekend. He's starting on pole. What a way to turn around his playoffs right now by starting on pole right now. So the green flag is out. We're underway in race number 2 in the playoffs. We just need to score a lot of points, finish above a lot of our other guys in the playoffs. I know we're still sitting here in 30th, but if you guys remember last race, we got a timely caution. Because we didn't get involved in it, we were able to move up all the way, and we took advantage of it, and we got a top 10 out of it. So it's not been a good start right now up to this point. Brad Keselowski leads. Bubba Wallace was moving around a lot there, so I had to try to get out of his way. Brad Keselowski leads. It has definitely been a strange season for him. He's had some either good runs or he's had some bad runs. The first playoff driver is Kyle Busch, sitting in second right now, as Austin Cindric is all the way back here. That's not good for him. He was below the cutoff line. So he's probably going to need something like I do right now, is a caution. And that's happened in front of us with a good amount of cars involved. Obviously, it seems like the pack is getting away from us. It's Noah Gragson, who had the second most wins on the year. He's up into the lead. Chris Buescher's just hanging out right by him. Then you have Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. So we're just looking for something here. Change what has not been the greatest start to this race. So we're 5 laps in. We're basically about a quarter of this race in. So we're going to get a push from Josh Berry here. Kyle Busch takes the lead. He had a pretty good run last weekend at Darlington, along with his third place finish in the regular season finale. So he's found some momentum recently. He's just got to break through and get that win. Ryan Blaney's up here. Shane Van Gisbergen is below the line. What a way to turn it around for him. So we have John Nemechek now pushing us. There's 3 playoff drivers in the top 3 right now. So I thought I was going to try to clear a Cindric there. Buescher to the lead. He was as far as 12 points back below the line, which is and he's 16th. But a win right here would move him up all the way to the next round. There's been rumors with Keselowski as he's taking the lead again. He could potentially, depending on how things go the rest of the year, there were rumors that he could be retiring. I don't think he's going to retire, but there are rumors that he could be retiring. I expect that maybe next season, but I don't know. He may shock us. I don't expect it, but it could because there's been certainly some rumors flowing. So the RFK guys are 1-2, or it was 1-2. Shane Van Gisbergen has taken the lead. And as I was looking at the leaderboard there, I accidentally let John Nemechek go by. So we're going to need a caution as we're coming halfway. Because as we going to get the caution, is it going to be enough More likely, we're not going to be involved in it. But will it be enough? I certainly believe this is in front of us. I don't see this anyway being behind us. Just like last week. Just like last week. We move up so many positions. We're right into the top 10. Joey Logano is now the new leader. I guess saying it must have had to involve the leaders, I guess. Either that or I wasn't watching the changes because I was trying to see if I can avoid any wrecks. But nonetheless, let's see if we can take advantage of it like last week. So we're up into the top 10. Joey Logano has the lead. He was the regular season champion. Shane Van Gisbergen. Brad Keselowski hits the wall there. That's going to slow him down. We're up to 4th with 8 laps to go. We were in this position last week. We didn't win the race. But let's see what happens here. The pack is kind of separated. We have a line of 4 forming. Shane Van Gisbergen leads. It's playoff drivers 1, 2, 3, 4, including myself. So we have caught up to Kyle Busch a little bit. So we're going to move up into thirds. The caution is out. We're coming up to lap 14. We're certainly going to be in row 2, which I usually do prefer. But I know last week didn't quite work out for us. But then again, I kind of made the wrong move thinking that somebody was actually going to push, and it turns out they didn't. That's what ended up costing me the race. But let's see. We're coming up on lap 15 here. Can we make it work and lock ourselves in to the next round? Which would be huge. But if not, like I said last week, it's going to be about points. So we're going to push Joey Logano out to the lead. So we push the regular season champion out to the lead. We're going to try to go alongside Joey Logano, but so we're going to take the lead for a little bit, but for how long? So Chris Buescher is going to stall. Or he was, but then he was getting the draft there. So we have William Byron trying to push us here. We still have some time, but it's not much. Austin Cindric, he is below the line. He's now taking the lead. We're just trying to look for some draft here just to keep ourselves with a chance. Or at least just keep us in the top 10 like last week, but no. We have a lot of interesting names up here, a lot of playoff drivers I can see from up here. Keselowski's the leader. Shane Van Gisbergen is second. Oh, no, yeah, he's second. He's trying to take the lead. But no, his middle line looks like he got stalled out there. There was like a stack up. It was like a stack up there. We're sitting in 9th, coming up on 2 laps to go. We're just trying to get a draft from Chris Buescher. 2 top 10s to start the playoffs will be nice, but it's going to be hard. This inside line is not organized. Just looking. Let's get some more guys in here. Cody Ware. He's going to. Oh, man, I was going to say he's going to try to help our line, but no. He was making contact up there, and he kind of stalled us out. I would have loved to have gone in the middle lane like where Byron was going, but I was not cleared. We drop all the way back to 18th. We're just trying to hang on here. Obviously, it didn't work out like last week. We were in this position last week, but we were in the top 10, unlike last week. But whatever. Top 20, I guess. As coming to the line, Keselowski's looking to win it, trying to hang on to Kyle Busch. Brad Keselowski's going to barely hang on. We finished 19th. It's all right. We'll see what the damage is. I mean, I would have wished it was a top 10, but hey, I'm not going to get greedy with the playoffs and trying to advance to the round of 12. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Noah Gragson, Shane Van Gisbergen, Joey Logano, Cody Ware, Austin Cindric, AJ Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, and Josh Berry make your top 10. What an interesting race that was. I didn't expect Lightning to strike twice where we were going to get a caution, a timely caution to where we were going to move all the way up to like 12th for a moment. And as we take a look here, we have 2 playoff drivers, and I can confirm this one. It's just 2 playoff drivers in here with Riley Herbst and Kyle Larson. Riley Herbst was below the line. That's going to really hurt him a lot more. And Kyle Larson, he wasn't really comfortable above the line. That's not going to help him either. So I'll show you guys the points when we're all done. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content and want to support the channel. And I'll show you the points. As we take a look at the final playoff standings, nobody advances except for Justin Haley because none of the playoff drivers ended up winning this weekend. But based on points, before I show you guys who's below the line, Joey Logano, Noah Gragson, and Denny Hamlin are all locked in on points. We're tied for 7th with Cody Ware. We have 2,062 points. And as we look here, we see that Riley Herbst, Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, and Kyle Larson are all below the line. As Kyle Larson is 1 point behind SVG for the final playoff spot. Larson, Gibbs, and Buescher can all still realistically point their way in. But Riley Herbst, on the other hand, because there's no stage racing to help him, he has to win his way in. He's 35 points below the line, so obviously he's going to have to win. It's just that simple for him. As for us, we are 17 points above the line. Not ideal compared to what it was today, but before this race today, but we just need to finish well. Maybe ideally top 20, but play it safe. We can at least maybe get like the top 15, top 10. And I think we should be fine, but you never know. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Final race coming up next. We'll figure out who the 4